We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and a Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And I guess this is episode 159 of Beyond the Ropes.
He's down bad, boys. He's down bad.
Pro wrestling talk. You can find us on Twitter at RealBTR Radio. You can find me at EthanEvy95. I had a lot to say over this last weekend. And I guess you can follow James if you want.
Yeah, you can follow me. You can follow me at JHW Reporter. You can also follow Rob at
Rob Flores Media. And don't forget the R-Truth DMs for new Orange Cassidy Ethan here.
I think Ethan has some bigger issues to deal with this week aside from R-Truth. How you doing, buddy? I tried getting you on Spaces, the Twitter feature and all, but you didn't want to talk about it. I was assuming you were waiting for Wednesday to talk, so here we are. Your thoughts on a busy week in pro wrestling? Is there anything you want to get off your chest?
Well, I guess since you brought it up, we'll talk about it first. I don't know. I wasn't even going to discuss it.
We could talk about it for an hour or so. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right. So I guess there was an event this Sunday that occurred.
And what is it? AEW All In, All Out? Shake It All About?
It was all out, I guess, in Chicago.
He's down bad. They've
done like 5 shows in Chicago. Eventually, they got to move somewhere else, but they're doing shows in Chicago. There was a match between Kenny Omega and what's the name? Not Edge, Christian. That's who it is. Omega, I guess they had a match. I don't know. I just listened to Cornette podcast. He reviewed it, so I didn't need to watch it. That happened. After that, I guess Omega and the rest of his buddies attacked Christian and whatever, and good guys came out. The dinosaur came out.
The Big Show.
The actor's son came out.
The actors, okay. Jungle Boy.
He came out.
Okay.
I don't know. Everyone came out because that's what they do after every AEW match. Everyone comes out. So he was cutting a promo, and then he was interrupted.
Does the lights go out? Right.
The lights went out. Mm-hmm. And he was interrupted by one Adam Cole. Bay. So he came out to a surprise. I forgot what I was doing Sunday. I think I might have been actually taking a nap, just like James was doing right before the show.
That's a lie. That's false. There's
a text message. I will post it on social media if I have to.
He's lying.
So
I have text messages too, so
I'm sure you do. So Adam Cole came out. I woke up to the messages on Sunday of James texting me about something. He tweeted at me once.
All I said was like "sir" or something.
That's what you said. And he was trying to harass.
Was that the first thing that you saw, or did you know, or did you see it?
I saw the text message, and then
okay? Wait. So you saw the text message that said like "sir" or something like that, right?
I saw that message.
And what did you think happened, or what did you think it meant?
I don't know, but my heart sank. I opened up Twitter because that's where we go to check the news or whatever's going on. Something's gonna happen. Go to Twitter. I open Twitter and I see Adam Cole coming out with a big grin on his face, big ovation and everything, joining the Elite, as they're known as, getting kissed by the Young Bucks and Omega, and Yeah, I was caught off guard. You asked me to do the Twitter Spaces thing right after, and
Mhm.
I think you were mocking me at that point.
You
I
know,
think
I really wanted to know. I wanted to get you on the spaces. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to do it. Yeah, I mean, I was probably gonna mock you a little bit, but
wasn't in the mood. You
you
know,
definitely weren't in the mood. Just the way you replied, I was like, "Ooh, I talked to you on Wednesday."
I didn't want to talk about it. Here we are because I'm a professional, so I'm going to talk about
Okay.
it. You know,
Okay.
I showed up. My eyes are a little dry. It's been a long couple of days.
Yeah, yeah. You got puffy eyes because you've been
Yeah.
crying about it.
Uh-huh. But anyways, I'm gonna explain why I was a little disappointed. I'm gonna explain. I will explain. Um,
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry for laughing.
this is supposed to be my friend, ladies and gentlemen. He's just laughing on camera, enjoying this. But I'm gonna explain why I'm disappointed. To put
Go
it in
ahead.
short terms, in NXT, Adam Cole was the guy. In AEW, Adam Cole is just another guy. Um, and
Did
that's
you
what it
just
is.
heal? Is that a heel turn on Adam Cole? Are you off the Adam Cole bandwagon?
I'm just calling it like it is. He immediately joined
Okay.
with Omega's a champion.
Okay.
And look, I haven't seen Dynamite today. It aired, just finished, or it's still going on, finishing up.
Mhm.
So I don't know what the story is. Maybe he'll eventually break off. Maybe he'll do something of
Sure.
interest. So I'm not gonna bury him or anything. I'm just saying, just the way he was presented as he came out. I was a little disappointed. Um, Obviously not happy. Obviously shocked by the way things went. Um, so yeah, a little error there on my video part. Hold on, give me a second here.
So while Ethan's fixing that, so I mean, obviously he did have a 90-day no compete clause. He was able to kind of jump over immediately. I think Britt Baker even earlier in the night, she kind of not teased it a little bit, but she did a Panama Sunrise, I think, in her match. I believe Adam Cole in his final match at NXT did her finishing move. Um, maybe it almost kind of worked as a bit of a swerve in a way because I don't know. I kind of would have taken it as, oh, Britt Baker did it. She's kind of saying hi to her husband or something, or her fiance, boyfriend, whatever. And and then maybe it's no big deal or nothing.
Oh,
And sure enough,
getting back on here, but no, you're right. What you're saying, getting back on here. There we go. Boom. Here we go.
is
Oh,
that is that
oh,
is that is that how you
Adam
want to
Cole.
remember him?
Adam Cole. No, he's all elite right there. It says right there, all elite, baby.
Okay, okay.
That's Adam Cole making his debut. Look at that. I got my Bullet Club shirt on. Adam Cole was a part of the Bullet Club, of course. NXT. I'm all in on Adam Cole joining.
Wow.
Joining. I'm all in for now. With that being said, I still want him to come back and do WrestleMania and everything. But
So you
I am
okay?
supportive of this decision.
Wow.
He's obviously gonna go be with his fiance, his girlfriend. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
with his
yeah.
buddies. Much like the Jim Cornette podcast, if you listen to him, he said he's, a little, forgot what it was. He expected him, I guess, to join, and he said they might have ruined Adam Cole for him. Because
I think you said that they did, but
he
I
did.
think
But
going back to go ahead.
I'm gonna give it the chance. I am fully supportive of Adam Cole. I don't think I'll buy a T-shirt. I'm gonna buy the one that's on sale for $15 right now on WWEshop.com. But yes, I am 100 on board. Fantastic theme song, I will say. Credit to Ruckus, I believe the artist's name. He performed at All Out, different song, but he performed this one. Great song. I am 100% on board.
I want to go back to something that you said earlier, though. So
Mhm.
you kind of mentioned that him joining the elite kind of just makes him another guy, and I believe Jim Cornette may have said something similar, if I'm not mistaken, or someone else had said it. But isn't there some truth to that? I kind of think there is, especially like you kind of were saying there that you align yourself with the champion. Therefore, you're not going to be competing for the championship. You're with the Young Bucks. They're tag team champions or in tag team mix, whatever. I don't really watch a whole lot of AEW, but the point I'm making is, what are you going to expect from him? Because like, what is the first storyline? Where is he going to go? I mean, yeah, we can maybe, I don't know. We could talk about the other person who made their debut at AEW. I don't. Does that kind of fall in? I have to think maybe that kind of falls into where they go with their first storyline here.
So to answer your question, well, the Jim Cornette thing, I believe he said he was already a part of one of the boys, as he said, as opposed to CM Punk
Yeah,
and
right. That's right.
the
That's
wrestler that we'll talk about in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But because basically he was already just put in a group. He's already one of the boys, as opposed to CM Punk, who's kind of, he just came in, he's doing his own thing, kind of.
Well, yeah, I
He's
mean,
not a part of any.
yeah,
You know.
that's right. That's right. We can
So,
talk. We'll talk a little bit more about it
So in
later.
a sense, yes, like I mentioned, I do still feel he's kind of just another guy at the moment. Not saying they can't change that. Not saying, I've seen a few people say, oh, well, maybe he'll split off from the Elite. Maybe there'll be like a Civil War type thing with him and Kenny, which I think could be interesting if they do that right.
Sure, I think at some
But
point, but that's not even a right away thing. That's like a year and a half thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be right away. In terms of storyline, it looks like they are going to potentially do something with the other incoming wrestler. But to quickly wrap up on Adam Cole before we move on, yes, I'm going to fully support Adam Cole on this decision. Wasn't expecting it, despite rumors, saying he was
You
eventually.
really thought he was going to come back?
I really thought he was going to stick around. I thought, he seemed like he was happy in WWE. I thought maybe, okay, he's doing the up, up, down, down stuff. I know he wanted to keep his Twitch channel, and that's probably one of the factors that maybe didn't keep him.
Well, Kenny told him to hold on, player.
I saw that. But I did see some things, or read some things, that he had made up his mind a long time ago already. That he, regardless of what they offered him, he was probably going to leave anyways. So it's not like it was a money thing or creative thing. I think he maybe just wanted to be with his girlfriend, his friends, maybe even have more creative freedom, maybe have the Twitch, just kind of work his own thing for a bit, and then maybe once he makes maybe an even bigger name for himself, a main event level name for himself, he goes back to Raw or SmackDown, and then boom, straight to the top.
I mean, sure, but to that point, though, I mean, I guess we could introduce Bryan Danielson into the fold here as the other guy who made his debut at AEW. But with that being said, and that this doesn't just go for Cole, but like I said, with Bryan Danielson, you got Moxley there, you got Kenny there, you have CM Punk there, you have Sting there for whatever that's worth. You have Darby Allin, you have all these other guys. You have MJF. I just got done watching his segment with Brian Pillman Jr., which was pretty interesting. It's kind of crowded. It's getting a little crowded. That's not a bad thing, but it's getting crowded. Like I said, we're not going to get into Adam Cole competing for the title right away if he's teamed up with the champion. Where it's getting crowded. I mean, it's just getting crowded. Things are hot right now for AEW, but it's also getting kind of crowded.
That's one of the big things with AEW right now. Yes, they're picking up, names. They're picking up talented individuals.
Yeah.
Like Punk, Danielson, and Cole in just a few weeks. Another name, Ruby Soho. Congrats to her. She got a nice ovation. She's already the number one contender for the women's world title.
Formerly known as Ruby Riott in WWE.
WWE. Yeah. So they've been picking up some names, obviously. Potentially a few more names as 90-day no compete clause come up, and then who knows whatever WWE decides in the next several months.
We'll talk about the new report. That's kind of the same way we saw with Adam Cole. We'll get into who that is after in the next segment. But
But
It's getting crowded. I kind of already said that D-Bry, and I sorry for interrupting you there a little bit, but before we go to commercial, I guess I'm just curious. I forgot what I was gonna ask. With Adam Cole, they said he made the decision a while ago. I guess it makes me curious, like the 90-day thing. Like,
so
did the extension?
he signed the
Hey,
extension. The
and
extension I don't think it includes the 90 days.
well, that's right. I almost think the 90 days overwrites it, or it was kind of almost a favor to him as, hey, okay, you wanna do the extension, or you want to do it, you want to finish the storyline out of respect. Let's cut the 90 days out.
NXT contracts don't have 90-day no compete clause. They have 30 day no compete clause. They have a 30-day. So,
but
if it came up and then they were like, well, it's up, it's over. I think like if contracts expire, I don't know if the 30 days really plays into effect unless maybe they, come to an agreement.
I think the fact that he came back and on the extension, whether whose decision it was to initiate that, I think it was agreed upon that 90 days wouldn't be the works. But I think if you agree to that, you're also kind of tipping your hand to you're leaving.
Yes, but yeah, he probably could have told him months ago, he's gonna finish out his contract.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if during the Vince meeting that he had a few weeks ago, if he told him, yeah, I'm gonna leave or whatever, and I'd be surprised if Vince offered him money and said, go, tell him we're offering you this much and go make some more money. They've done that.
Oh, the old Bret Hart thing. Yeah. No, that's true. But I mean, at the same time, though, he's not going to hardball his friends. Well, I mean, it's Tony Khan doing that.
That is dad's money. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
also, I will say, what was I gonna say? Totally forgot a second there. Oh no, he did do a post pay-per-view media scrum, and he did mention he had no issues with Vince. He said he had a great conversation with him in the meeting. Had nothing bad to say. So obviously he's leaving that door open for a possible return. So, anyways, we're gonna hit a quick commercial break. But when we return, we're gonna talk.
We're talking about Daniel Bryan. We're going to talk about Mick Foley's comments on the whole situation, and we're also going to,
trying to get a job.
He's trying to get a job, but then we're also going to talk about why I think AEW has some things working in their favor from a media standpoint.
There we go. All that and more right here on Beyond the Ropes.
Yeah.
We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back to episode 159 of Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm your host, Ethan, joined alongside the analyst, James Williams, and producer, Rob Flores. Of course, we were talking about AEW picking up some momentum here, picking up some steam. But quickly, just want to send our thoughts and well wishes to one Triple H. News broke earlier today that he underwent a procedure on his heart. There was a genetic, condition that he had.
Mm-hmm.
The procedure was successful, and he is expected to make a full recovery. This was reported by WWE earlier today. So hopefully, he recovers smoothly and quickly, and getting back to running some NXT. Because apparently he is still running NXT despite.
Is that okay? Well, I want to talk about it for a minute. So before we get into that, well wishes to Triple H. When I saw that, I was like, uh-oh. He underwent the procedure last week. It said following a cardiac event, which sounds.
It could have been a couple of different things.
It could have, but when you say genetic, genetic whatever, but then you're also saying cardiac event. It just that doesn't.
They found out, it's genetic. That's something his family has problems. So.
I guess so. I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like could have gotten detected sooner, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's just after all these years, after all the things he's done and been through, and for that to be it. But I just think, um, Adam Cole broke his heart.
Sir, don't make jokes. Come on now.
No, but
Adam Cole
seriously,
broke my
no.
heart. No, but on a
No,
serious-
but I think, I mean, it just goes with it, the stress and everything that comes with it. I mean, it could have been a genetic thing, but at the same time, things like that can spark up an event like that. When you have constant change and we're doing this now, we're not doing that. We have people leaving, we have people, doing
there's
this and that.
definitely a shift going on in WWE. Obviously,
Yeah.
there were rumors a few weeks back was Vince and Bruce Pritchard were taking over NXT duties. That it seems not to not be the case. Triple H and Shawn Michaels will evidently still be running NXT week to week.
Who said? Where did you see this?
This was reported somewhere.
Okay,
No,
we do good journal. We do good journalism here on the channel.
That's right. I forget where, but I believe it was the Wrestling Observer that corrected this mistake, saying that.
Okay.
But basically, I could be wrong. But basically, they said Vince and his team would take over the production aspect of things as to why there's a new logo. Apparently, your favorite, what's his name in the production truck, Kevin Dunn.
Bruce?
Kevin Dunn. There was a bunny rabbit just across the video stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Kevin Dunn.
But yeah, apparently he decided on the NXT logo. I know. I don't know why. I don't know. But it looks like they're gonna be doing like almost a studio type set. It almost looks like
an NWA deal.
Kind of. It looks like that, which should be interesting. And yes, they may be going in different directions in terms of bringing in maybe bigger guys and athletes. But as of now, NXT hasn't changed. We'll have to wait and see. Next week officially starts the rebranding of NXT, so we'll see where that goes.
I think they signed old boy. Is it Gabe Stevenson? I think it is. Yeah, Gabe Stevenson or Gable Stevenson, I guess is what they call him. That's his name, Gable Stevenson. I thought they were calling him Gabe, maybe because they have their own Gable already on the roster. But anyways, Gable did sign apparently, or it's still kind of just reports. But yeah, I think one of the last few times we talked about him, it was kind of one of those deals on where he would go. Maybe he would go to AEW, maybe he would go to WWE, maybe he would try the NFL, maybe he would try MMA. It does look like he's going to try WWE, apparently.
Well, they have the Performance Center there. I mean,
what? Yeah, I mean,
who doesn't? I mean, they have the Nightmare Factory, but I don't know if they're producing any talents out of there. So,
well, I mean, I just think with him being in WWE, I think it's gonna. I mean, it didn't go wrong with Kurt Angle, and it kind of did with Chad Gable, but Chad Gable is in.
He wasn't an
Kurt Angle. He was in there though. I think he was like an Olympian though.
He was there. He didn't win.
I mean, he could still tie you and me both up in a pretzel. So
probably.
I'm not.
You didn't know what I'm capable.
No. There's no probably. He would. There's no probably.
I don't think so. I think I could take him. Adam Cole could take him. See him?
I'm tweeting him right now.
Adam Cole's all elite, right?
Yeah, Adam Cole is all elite. That's great, but he's just a B+ player.
No, that's Bryan Danielson. That's the other.
I mean, it's no coincidence that they signed up at the same time. Look, listen.
After Adam Cole.
Listen, there's a reason why. Listen, there's a reason why they both had a debut on the same night, because they couldn't make a big impact on their own, having their own debut. I think it's also fitting that Adam Cole went first because let's run him out there. He's like the pre-card, or he's like the pre-show, and then we'll put Daniel Bryan out there. Why else would they have done it 5 seconds after Adam Cole came out? So you can forget about Adam Cole, move on. Erase whatever little pop he had, just like Rob is saying. I was just about to get to that. You talk about just in case Adam Cole wasn't going to have a big pop.
Change the volume.
You come in after. No. You come in here after with Daniel Bryan kind of override it and be like, oh yeah, they both had a big pop. No, it's just
Well,
Daniel
they
Bryan
did.
who had a big pop.
Was Adam Cole's pop. No, I mean Daniel Bryan's been rumored for months to show up, and then out of nowhere, Adam Cole just in the last week he didn't sign a contract until Sunday night, so that's why they brought him out earlier. So it was a very last
But
situation.
okay, who did Adam Cole?
Adam Cole.
Okay, but now, do we think could they have not handled it better? Like what?
Oh, they should
Let
have.
alone we don't know what
Adam,
storyline he's in. He didn't interfere in a match. He didn't cost someone a title. He did, there. He didn't. What are we? What?
my other issue with this is the way he debuted. Obviously, I mentioned him just joining the group and everything, but it was the wrong night if you were gonna have a Ruby Soho and a Daniel Bryan and CM Punk's first match.
It's just very
And
WCW-ish.
you're putting hats on top of hats.
Well, yeah, because now it's not the show Adam Cole debuted on. It's not the show that Daniel Bryan debuted on. It's not the show.
Everyone debuted on.
Yeah, because when you
Everyone's
look
saying,
at it,
"Oh, best show ever," which is not true, but
yeah, right. And that's the only. I mean, they could have showed up on Dynamite. They could have showed up on Rampage, and it could have been the best show of all time.
exactly.
Now, with that said, no one's thinking in this terms right away, but it's kind of like you get your first history of AEW Chapter 1 DVD or Blu-ray, whatever we're on, and you're gonna say what? You're gonna know when CM Punk showed up. You're gonna know when whoever joined, or when Sting arrives. But then it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, who came on that one night? Was it Adam Cole? Was it Daniel Bryan? Was it Ruby Soho? Oh, it was all three of them. Oh, dang. I mean, it's a cool little, fun little trivia card question, but it wasn't impactful for me. Other than, yay, they're here, and then it's just like whatever.
Yeah, well, let's talk about. Let's move on. Let's talk about.
But let's talk about Mick Foley real quick.
Yeah,
Foley says.
Jeez.
Mick Foley says the WWE has a problem. A lot of the talent, as we just got done talking about, wants to be a part of AEW now. Obviously Gable Stevenson wasn't one of those, but did you listen to Mick Foley's comments? Did you hear what he said?
I saw the first 10 seconds and I knew I just dipped. I just said, I'm good. I don't need Mrs. Foley's baby boy. I don't really care. I mean, it's his opinion.
It's only a minute long. It's only a minute long.
It's his opinion.
No, it's kind of like you said. Maybe he wants a job. I mean, Mick Foley's always been a little bit vocal with the things that he said. Now, I don't think WWE's going anywhere exactly. It's not like their show is going off the rail.
They're making changes.
I mean, they're changing direction. They've done this before. History repeats itself, right? If you look at if you look at the ratings right now, as far as viewership, SmackDown 2.2 million, still holding strong this week.
Number one.
Raw was 1.8 million. Compared to Dynamite, which was a little over 1 million, and then you had Rampage, which was almost 700K in terms of viewers. So WWE's still doing pretty well. No need to hit the panic button yet, but we'll see. Go ahead.
Can I explain why SmackDown is the number one pro wrestling program in all sports entertainment?
Sure.
Because our tribal chief, the head of the table,
Pat McAfee,
Roman Reigns was in action. Roman Reigns was in action, defended the Universal Championship against another top-level talent, the original leader of one Bullet Club. I'm talking about the Prince Finn Balor. Stellar match. And of course,
I'm sure it was. But
Roman Reigns ended up picking up the victory.
Okay.
And there was a tease of a potential demon coming back.
I did hear about it, and I mean, if there's someone who's a worthy enough opponent to unleash the demon and have it come back out, then sure, I think Roman Reigns is an option. Also, what is the buzz on Brock Lesnar? Obviously, he's kind of limited with the shows. Maybe we see him at Crown
This,
Jewel or whatever at some
this,
point. But where is he at in the mix so far? And what is the storyline going on with Heyman?
this Friday, Madison Square Garden, you're gonna see Brock Lesnar show up. He gave Heyman a
Wow.
call. He gave Heyman a call on SmackDown. He said to tell Roman he's gonna show up next week.
He put in a call, you said?
It was Brock Lesnar's ringtone. It went off. His theme song played. Paul answered the phone. Paul's in the middle of this.
Okay, wait. So Paul has Brock Lesnar's cell, which is I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, they're buddies.
Yes.
But his theme song is the ringtone for Brock Lesnar on Paul Heyman's cell phone.
Yes.
That's
how we know it's Brock Lesnar.
That's just great.
Just like
see, and people were worried about the WWE like falling apart. They're not falling apart.
No, of course not. I mean, for you, when you give me a call, I have Michael Jackson bad. Because you're so bad, James.
Okay.
Not the good kind of bad.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
For Rob, I have Gangster's Paradise for Rob.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that a little further.
I'm gonna leave you just guessing.
Okay.
I don't know. That was the first song that came up on my head for some reason.
That's fair enough. So real quick, just on Mick Foley though.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's not like we're gonna. There's not a whole lot of. I mean, you're kind of bouncing from one show to the next. Yeah, maybe you get some guys from NAW, or you have some people from ROH. Maybe when they're ready to look for a new home, maybe they consider making the jump to AEW first. I did think it was interesting. Mick Foley gave him credit. WWE said, they did great with his career and whatnot, and that they did well by him. But if he was a big free agent superstar of today, he said he might be leaning towards AEW as his option if he had to pick at this moment in time.
Fair enough. Let's talk about Madison Square Garden. This Friday night on SmackDown, Brock Lesnar is going to show up. We're going to have the SummerSlam rematch, Edge versus Seth Rollins 2. Give it up for a revolutionary, visionary Seth Rollins. What? Did you just shrug your shoulders?
Meh.
Did you see the beautiful jacket he had on last week when he defeated Cesaro?
Who?
Cesaro.
Cesaro?
No, it's Cesaro.
Is he burying Cesaro again? Is that what's happening?
Cesaro buried himself. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait. Is this push over already?
Was there a push to begin with?
There was. Didn't he beat Seth Rollins at a Big 4 pay-per-view?
He stole a victory at WrestleMania because of the weather. It threw Seth off. Remember, he explained that. But then Seth, got the victory back, and then he beat him again last week. So,
sir, go home.
I am home. Thank
you. Stay there then. Stay there.
I will, except when Adam Cole comes to town. Yeah, right there. I might have to go to an AEW show.
Have you ever seen Adam Cole live in person?
I have not. That's another reason I don't want him to leave. I wanted to see him WrestleMania 39. Well, unless he signed a 1-year deal and it's going to come back right away.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No. How old is Adam Cole?
He's young. He's only like maybe 31. He's got time.
Okay, so he's in his prime like me then. I'm only 29.
Sir, I think you're falling apart.
Maybe a little bit, but give me a little credit.
I don't know.
The wheels are flat. They're not all the way off the track. That may not make a whole lot of sense, but whatever.
What that means. So we're gonna move on. Big Show, Madison Square Garden. Should be a good show. No, Big Show is not gonna be in Madison Square Garden. Paul was over there squashing QT Marshall at All Out or whatever. Anyways.
I do have one thing. Well, we'll save it for the next. How much time do we have left on this segment, Rob?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. I just want to. I don't know if we're gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, but last week, while we were on the air recording, there was an incident on social media, a video going around of a pro wrestler by the name of Daphne. Uh, she was in WCW and Impact Wrestling. Um, I noticed it after we had already recorded. She was kind of going through some issues, and unfortunately, they found her the next morning, and she had lost her life due to suicide. So our condolences go out to her family and friends. She seemed to be loved by a number of individuals, especially the women in pro wrestling. Um, so, yeah, I mean, make sure you get the help you need. You're never alone. Um, 'Cause obviously, she felt alone. Um, Unfortunate situation.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate situation. I did actually see that video not long after too. We finished the show last week,
I
and
I don't want to watch that. So
you didn't watch it.
no, I tried to avoid it because there were a number of people saying they take the video down and everything.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. I kind of watched because I'm like, what is this? I didn't really understand, and I think the video was kind of weird that I had. I don't know if that's how it really was, but I heard the audio and it was kind of it was enough. It was telling. So unfortunate news. Sending positive vibes to her family, and it's a tough loss. So
we'll be
with
right
that
back.
being said, you want to send us out?
We'll be right back on Beyond the Ropes. We are 22S Radio. 22S Radio is 22smedia.com and 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Welcome back to episode 159 of Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. So we're a few tributes. Let's talk about quickly CM Punk during All Out. Punk versus Bobby Allen had, I know, okay. Yeah, yes. There
Go
was
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
the 1 2 3 Kid tribute.
1 2 3 Kid and Bret Hart tribute. Go ahead.
Sure, let's go with that. They
Yep.
basically just copied and paste, so it's not really a tribute. You're just copying and pasting, whatever. They did that at the opening match, and then Kevin Nash was very touched with the New Day dressing up as the Outsiders on Raw. So
Yeah, and they're running with that gimmick kind of hard. Someone's kind of weird. They because he's been wearing like Scott Hall gear recently, like Scott Hall themed gear, and it's kind of cool for a 1 week thing. But
well, that's what they do. They change up their gear every couple months or whatever, and so
I know, but
now they're running with the technically Kofi hasn't been on TV in the last few weeks, so his gear is
yeah, it's just kind of been a Woods thing, right?
basically, so
And now is that I know Kofi was, I think, expecting another child soon. I don't think he was close to having that other child yet though. But what was he hurt or something, or what does he have going on?
maybe he had just needed a few weeks off. Yeah, maybe he had an injury or something. I don't know. He didn't say
Okay.
anything about it. So obviously he's back. They ran the gauntlet.
That's right, I heard about it.
Several
I heard some people saying that show was actually pretty fun, and I think the Gauntlet did take up a big part of that, right?
It was a solid show, solid episode of Monday Night Raw. That's why they drew a 1.8 rating. I mean, the New Day dominated that tag team gauntlet. Ultimately, it was Lashley and MVP picking up the victory. They're going to face the Raw Tag Team Champions next week on Raw. And we're going to get Bobby Lashley defending the WWE Championship against Randy Orton at Extreme Rules. So that should be interesting to say the least. Also confirmed for Extreme Rules, it will be Damian Priest defending the United States Championship against Sheamus. Sheamus earned that opportunity defeating Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre got pinned twice times in 2 weeks. So
I heard that was a good match. That might have been, was that last week? I don't know if we talked about that last week or that was this
the
week.
triple threat match last week.
Yeah, the triple threat. That was that last week. Did we talk about that?
I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but it was a solid.
But I heard it was pretty good.
It was fun. It was a very fun match this week between him and Sheamus. Always a solid match, brutal match between those two.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they put on a good show. And it basically, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but basically, as Charlotte Flair will defend against Alexa Bliss at some point. Probably say Extreme Rules is your best bet. But
I heard some people, they were kind of talking down, I saw not a bunch of people, but I saw like 1 or 2 people on Twitter, saying they didn't care. They didn't care for Alexa Bliss anymore. Almost get her off the screen. I don't know if that's just out of spite because Bray Wyatt's not there anymore or what, but
She got a nice pop on Raw. People were into it. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It's the vocal minority over on Twitter over there.
right.
But another women's match that is confirmed for Extreme Rules. Becky Lynch, the man herself. You know, she's a hard worker, much like her spouse, Seth Rollins. She's gonna put on a good show at Extreme Rules. She's a fighting champion. She's gonna defend that championship against Bianca Belair, who's been for the last I don't know how many weeks been begging for another match. I mean, it's a bit much, honestly. I don't know why she's doing a lot of begging for it, but she's finally gonna get her rematch. Becky Lynch, the man, going to work there.
And that's right, Ethan. Actually, now that I remember, the Kevin Owens news, I mean, on Twitter, I think it was, what is it? I keep getting these guys' names mixed up, all these different journalists. Ross, Sapp, let me get the name. But anyways, while I'm looking, there you go. He's saying Kevin Owens' contract is coming up soon. And it's starting to sound a whole lot like the Adam Cole situation.
There's a picture of him and Adam Cole in a hotel room.
There you go.
Different beds, and Adam Cole's holding the Ring of Honor Championship. Kevin Owens is holding the WWE. I guess was he ever WWE champion? It must have been the Universal Championship. So I don't know.
I mean, I'm just kind of like, if Kevin Owens.
He's in a feud
Kevin Owens go.
He's in a feud with starting a feud with Happy Corbin, as he's now known as.
Oh no, I don't even know.
Why can't we call him Baron Corbin? Why do we gotta keep changing his name?
Okay, so people in WWE reportedly expect Kevin Owens to leave. That's what Wrestling Inc. is saying as of 2 hours ago. Kevin Owens' contract expires in January and can go to AEW. Sure. But he's also, I want to check his age. He's also 37. Not that matters entirely.
No, he's still.
I mean, it's like
years over there. Come back if anything.
Listen, I don't think WWE is gonna ever go out of AEW is not gonna put WWE out of business.
No.
But do I feel confident that WWE is gonna be able to turn things around and be, what do I want to say? Do I think they're going to turn things around and put together an attitude era of some sort like they did and develop characters like The Rock and not Undertaker, but The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H again?
No.
I don't know.
They're done creating stars. The last.
I mean, no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's going to get to the point where you're going to have to create. If anything, it's going to
Roman Reigns level stars, because Roman Reigns.
It's gonna force them to have to create stars, right? Which is what they did the last
stars. But I'm talking larger than WWE level.
I mean, that's hit or miss. That's hard for anybody to say. Roman Reigns isn't even at that yet.
Oh, he's a huge celebrity. James, come on now.
He's getting there. He's been in his first little movie. He's been doing some movies, getting there.
Shaw and Hobbs and Shaw.
Rob is saying Vince must step down, and I didn't see the rest of it, but it sounded like have Paul Heyman in charge. That's not gonna happen, Rob.
They tried that last year. It didn't work. Vince didn't like it. So Nick Khan is.
That's not gonna happen.
Nick Khan isn't gonna give up reigns.
There was an interview that I still need to watch where Nick Khan did a whole bunch of not a whole bunch, but I think he did a few interviews. Yeah. We might have talked about him, right?
Talked about it. We did.
We talked about it during SummerSlam weekend. But I thought I had heard something else recently about him possibly not Like he wasn't going to be around forever. Like he was only there temporarily or something. Did you
I
hear
hope
something about
so.
that?
I hope so. I didn't see that, but I hope that's the case.
It
Because
was kind of there was something kind of implied like he was only going to be there until he kind of cleaned up things the way they needed to be cleaned up or whatever. I don't know, but I think he was like their lawyer or something, or he was their guy beforehand. I don't know.
but anyways,
Do you
there
have
we.
it? Do you have anything else that you wanted to mention before I get into my next topic?
You have another topic? I have a topic. What's your topic?
What is your topic?
It's what we talked about off the air. um,
What did we talk about up there?
put it on the chat here.
About how Bret Hart's the best?
No, Bret Hart needs to go away.
You take that back. I didn't see nothing come up in the chat.
I just posted it on the chat. Oh, I sent a direct message to Rob. Why am I sending direct messages?
Wow, fake! You guys are sitting there talking, sending messages to each other. Oh
Right.
my goodness!
We've been
Wow.
burying you.
Oh yes. Go ahead and mention that. Go ahead and mention that.
Let's give it up for pro wrestling's #1 wrestler of 2021, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Yay. I mean, I think it's fair.
Well,
Okay, well, wait a minute.
no, you don't. You need to look it up, James. It's fine. No,
Sir,
no, you're fine. It's okay.
this
Moving
headline says.
Next.
No, wait a minute.
Next topic.
This headline says Twitter reacts to Roman Reigns not being #1 on PWI 500.
That's right. That's a bigger story than you know.
Omega apparently is the #1 star. I guess he hasn't done a whole lot for me either.
No, it's Roman Reigns. Omega. Who did Omega ever beat? Christian. Everyone's beating Christian. It does nothing for me.
I mean, I don't entirely know
So this list, I'll read the top 10. I don't like it.
I was gonna say I saw the top. Wow, number 10. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. This list is just
Wow.
number one.
Wow.
Number one is Omega, according
Okay.
to them. Roman Reigns. Number 2 is Roman Reigns, who should be number 1. Lashley is number 3. That's surprising to me, but all right.
Kind of surprising, but I'm okay with it. I respect it. I never would have thought I would seen the day. If anyone would have told me this over the next 5 years, there's a chance Bobby Lashley's back in the top 5 of any kind of best of list for a year, I would say there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, they usually give it to the WWE champion. He's usually in the top 5, so he's been WWE champion. Yeah. Drew McIntyre is number 4. That's fair. He's had a pretty good year. Kota Ibushi's number 5. I haven't seen him in anything in the last couple of years, so I don't know. Number 6 is Jon Moxley. That's absolutely not top 10. I don't.
He's kind of had a down year this year, right? After losing the title,
it's been downhill ever since. So
he's like, when did he lose the title? I feel like it was maybe even in the very early months, right?
It was November.
Oh wow! So what has he done this year?
Number 8 is Finn Balor. Probably should be higher, but that's fair. I mean, he's had a great run.
You think so?
He's had a great run in NXT. So I mean, it's.
And he was NXT champion, right?
He was NXT champion.
Okay.
Yeah, he only lost it like WrestleMania weekend. So, let's see, Shingo Takagi, another New Japan guy. I've heard good things. Haven't seen him, so I don't know. And number 10 is Rich Swann.
Rich Swann, interesting choice. You would have expected that. I kind of thought I had the wrong list or something, but
he was Impact World Champion.
He was Impact World Champion.
So
did get robbed. Not stripped, but who was that? Kenny Omega who beat him for it?
Omega won. I don't know. This list is off. Why isn't Danhausen number 2?
Who?
My new favorite wrestler that I talked about last week, Danhausen. I still have to send you the videos. But I bought 2 of his shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees over the weekend. So
what company? What?
He's on.
I think I do remember you saying something about this guy.
I'll send you the videos. Anyways.
Okay. You want to talk about a snub? Where's your guy Seth Rollins in all of this?
Where is he at, actually? Why isn't he a top? Where's Edge? Is Edge not having a calendar year? I'm sorry. Where is I don't know. Oh, the list has
I
already
think
also lost legitimacy by not having Walter and Ilya Dragunov.
I think okay. So here's the rest of the list, right? Or at least, yeah. So, and this is from some random person on Reddit. Anyways, this is from July 1st through June 30th of 2021.
Correct.
So number 11 is Cody Rhodes. I don't know when I last saw Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton is number 12 on the list. That's good. And maybe a little bit higher. Big E's number 13. 14 is Darby Allin. 15 is Tetsuya Naito. I've heard of that name.
Naito. Tetsuya Naito. Yes, Naito.
Okay, my bad.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
And then you have 16, Karrion Kross. His stock's dropped a little bit.
Dominant.
Ultimo Guerrero. Suwama. Jericho at 19.
That's too
Jonathan
high.
Gresham at
No, I mean that's too
20.
low. We'll move him up to 30.
I'm gonna go. I would say to 30 here. Hold on. Orange Cassidy's 21.
Oh god.
Ladero Kid, Ladero Kid, 22. Muto is 23. Keith Lee's 24.
Really?
Okada's 25. MJF is 26. Braun Strowman at 27. Walter at 28. Evil at 29. And you have Nick Aldis at 30.
All right. Well, this list is just off completely.
We'll have to go. We're gonna have to go over this list next week. I do real quick. Another thing.
Right now. Go ahead.
How much time do we have left?
Wrapping up.
We have a minute left. So next week's show, we're gonna go over the top 500 list. Maybe we'll redo our own top 30 or something like that. Something crazy. I don't know. Yeah, but I also think we need to revisit our end of the year predictions. I know I had Adam Cole winning the Intercontinental Championship at the end of 2021. Obviously, if he's jumping ship, that's not going to happen. So maybe we need to revisit that a little bit. Maybe not entirely, but I think those are two things that we need to do next week. I don't think we're going to get any big returns or any debuts next week. So we'll see where it goes. What do you think of that, Ethan?
We have the Madison Square Garden show happening on SmackDown. So we'll probably have to discuss that. Other than that, yes, we could break down the PWI 500 list and make our own top 20.
Top 20 is fine. Okay.
Maybe top 30 if you want to do that. That's fine. And then perhaps, I don't know, if there's time, we'll go through the end of the year list, although it's not the end of the year. But anyways, we'll figure it out. Adam Cole, baby. And quickly say it with me. LA Knight was fantastic on last week's NXT.
Cameron Grimes
is nowhere to be found. This episode has been absolutely too sweet.